side lying hip cars. So you would have obviously already done hip cars by now, hip controlled articular rotations, taking the hip through its fullest range of motion. Doing it on your side, completely different experience. It's not quite the full range of motion because there's a floor in the way, which is why it's not used as commonly. But it is used in many cases for someone that may feel some pain if they're doing it standing, but it's also just, it's really good to hit those hip tissues at a different angle. So I've got my trusty pillow here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to lay down, I'm going to do a hip controlled articular rotation. Now, one important thing here is I need to make sure as I'm doing this that the only thing that's moving is the hip. I want to make sure also that I'm counterbalancing myself, because as I come up this way, I have a tendency to fall backwards. So make sure that you put your arms out as far as you can. You can even hold something out here if you like to sort of counterbalance a little bit. So I'll go through one rep for you. So what we're going to do to start with is we're going to keep our spine nice and straight, and we're going to come into as much flexion as you can. Once you've got that flexion, you're going to open up into abduction. And then once you've got to abduction, you're going to internally rotate your femur as you're keeping your leg as high as you can, your knee as high as you can, as you're coming back into extension. Kind of come up to that sort of almost start position in reverse direction, fighting for as much extension as you can here. And then as you're coming up to abduction, fighting to keep as much internal rotation as you can, as you come up to abduction, and then up to flexion again. Now, two ways that you will almost definitely cheat with this is, as you come up to abduction, your hips will drop back like this. It's almost impossible to stop it completely, but be very mindful of it and do your absolute best, which is one reason why your hands are out here, because if you don't have counterbalance, that will happen. But anyway, so just come up and come back as far as you can. Now, this is it. This is as far as I go. But I could do this. But that's just my leg moving more. It's not my hip moving. We're here to move your hip, not your leg. So come up here. And then when you come through to extension, it's really, really common to get here and add a big extension through your spine. Really important not to do that, because once again, we're not moving the hip here. All we're doing is moving a spine. One of the reasons we do this exercise is to learn how to have independent control of your joints. This is not learning how to have independent control of your joints. And we're not moving the hip anyway, we're just moving the spine. On top of that, if you've got some lower back pain and extension doesn't make your back feel good, and you do this, guess what's gonna happen? So just be really mindful, almost do like a crunch as you're going through here and just using your glutes. It'll be you'll get a smaller movement backwards than you think you should. And that's it. So from the angle here, show you my butt. This is what cheating would look like. And it's almost definitely what you're going to do to some degree. So just be mindful of it. As you're coming up, keep these hips stacked, rotate back, keep that spine nice and straight, not extending through the spine. Boom. And there's your side lying hip cars. Enjoy.